Hello, my name is Elsie. I am a multi-award winning author. I have written over 20 books and published about 15 or 16. I think 16, not too sure. But that gives me bragging rights as a storyteller. I tell stories for a living. That is what I do. And stories intrigue me, stories interest me, all kinds of stories. But today I want to talk to you about one of the greatest stories ever told. I write mostly fiction, but this story actually happened long ago in a place called Jerusalem. There was a man who came to earth. Some called him a teacher, some called him a prophet. His birth was foretold, his birth was mysterious, it was strange, it was unusual. The story going around was that he was born of a virgin, but that's not where we are going today. Today we're talking about his death and his resurrection. Yes, the story of Easter. The story of Easter is a story of Jesus Christ. It's a story of humanity. It is a story of Christianity. Usually the focus is on Christmas. Around Christmas, there's a lot of razzmatazz. People are buying and selling. People are giving gifts. People are doing stuff. But do you know that Christmas would have had no meaning without Easter? Now, what happened at Easter? I will tell you in 3 short ways. It started on a day like this, on a Thursday in Jerusalem. Jesus gathered his disciples in an upper room, in an exclusive place, and they had dinner. And at the dinner, he told them, "Oh, I'm about to be killed. This is what is about to happen to me." And one of his own disciple called Judas Iscariot. I bet you've never heard of anybody called Iscariot. It's not a good name. Judas Iscariot betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver. I'm not sure what the value of that is today, but it must have been a lot of money. By the way, Judas was his accountant. He sold him to the leaders of the day who wanted to betray him, who wanted him killed because he was upsetting the apple cart. And so he was taken for a trial, what we would call today a kangaroo court, a kangaroo trial. He was accused of so many things which he didn't do. They brought false witnesses, they brought vagabonds, people to just testify and say, "Oh yes, he did it," even though he didn't do any of those things. And then they took him and they put him to death in the most cruel and excruciatingly painful way of his day. He was crucified. Now, death by crucifixion has been scientifically proven to be one of the most painful ways to die on earth. And that's how he was crucified. And after he was crucified, he was buried. You know the tragic thing about his crucifixion? His mom was there. His aunties were there. His followers were there. People were there watching him, saying, "Oh, you mean this man is going to die?" And yes, he died. He actually died. And after he died, he was buried. He was put in a tomb, a stone was rolled over it, and the people went away sorrowful for 3 days. That is the story of Easter. But does it end there? No, it doesn't. It doesn't end there because something most amazing happened immediately after Easter. I'll come back and tell you about it. Don't go away.